We needed help. We had a business idea for about 2 years. For many reasons, it wasn't getting off the ground, and we just needed somebody to assist us with kind of charting our path and really get the ball rolling.
I know people who have started businesses and they talk about all the horror stories, and I figure with Ignite, this is the perfect opportunity to just get it right from the start.
I've heard a lot about Ignite, and I've had friends and mentors who had gone through the program.
I have been hearing for years and years and years from friends who have become successful entrepreneurs to join Ignite.
A friend of mine joined the last cohort, which will be cohort 5. He had a great experience. He knows how dedicated I am.
A friend of mine suggested that I come to Ignite, and I said, you know what, let me take up the opportunity.
So I have a friend that pushed me into it and said it was just something that it could help me accelerate my charity.
One of my clients had been recommending this program to me for, I swear, at least a year.
One of my customers actually told me that I would be perfect for Ignite. I actually never heard of it before he mentioned it. And he's actually one of the founders, or one of the early founders of Ignite, and he was like, I have the perfect thing for you.
Ignite was pure alignment. Literally when I applied, I don't think I had even heard back for months at a time. And I left it because I believe in alignment, and to say it's so done, I got a call and they were like, what's your pitch? And I was like, what is a pitch? And this is where I need to be to figure that out.
Prior to starting Ignite, we were going nowhere fast. It gave us the tools that we needed. We kind of have a roadmap that we've been able to map out and chart our path, see what we needed to do.
There's so many facets of Ignite. It's just been such a phenomenal program. I tell everybody it's like being on Shark Tank, where you don't get the money, but you get all the wisdom of all the sharks.
I've learned just some of the intangible things. It's hard to pinpoint one thing because there's a lot of different elements to run a business, especially in the healthcare sector. However, it's helped me to sharpen some of the things that I didn't have sharp.
From just mentally getting you prepared to financially, just trying to wrap your head around everything that has to do with owning a small business, running a small business.
I never even had board members. Didn't have any board members before this program, so I have about 4 board members right now. I have people who are willing to help me find investors. I have partnerships.
It's given me a lot more than I thought. I actually didn't have no big, real, huge expectations, but I have gained much more than I thought I would have gotten from this.
Ignite has been the fuel in our journey. It has made us a force to be reckoned with when dealing with challenges, when dealing with finances. It has enriched our self-value and let us know that we are worth it.
It's really hard to put it into words, and really hard to imagine coming into Ignite to know what you are going to learn. But lots of connections, lots of skills to ask.
It's just helping me move forward, just to be bold enough to just take that, like you said, a leap of faith, and just do what comes next and be elevated to the next level.
I am not where I was yesterday, last week, last month, last year even. So I think the biggest lesson I've taken away from this is, even amongst all of the transitions and pivots that we've had to make, it's simply knowing and feeling that you've done the best you can and trusting the process.
I think this container is about belief. And belief is not something that we are taught in curriculum. Belief is something that you have to excavate to find. And from when you believe, I think there's a quote that I hope I'm not butchering it, but it's something about, if the mind can see the opportunity, then the eyes can see the mind can see the possibility, the mind can see the opportunity. Ignite is exactly that. Like, if you literally can't close your eyes and see yourself selling those nuts, or in front of Beyonce serving, like, whoever it is, whatever your dream is, then it can't be. But Ignite would be that place that would create that space that you could dream and dream huge so that it can materialize. So it's like a land of all the weird people that I just love to be around, that believe in a way that it's a culture. It's a right, it's a birthright to believe in this space. And that's why I felt so at home.
I have never been one to attempt to fit in. It's just not who I am. I walk to the beat of my own drum, so it's really refreshing to have a cohort of individuals that are nothing alike, but at the same time, we've formulated this family where I know at any given point I can tap into my network and ask a question or ask for a favor or raise my hand and say I'm unsure or I don't know. And the support is just undeniable.
I have created lifetime relationships, relationships that actually melt my heart, because I realized that, sharing your ideas in a group is not a bad thing. No one gonna keep your ideas, or you. First time I sat in a group and people enriched my idea, I almost broke to tears.
It's more like family. The atmosphere is always like, oh, how have you been? How's business been doing? It's very togetherness, if you will.
It really is a family vibe. And even like I've recently met someone who was in Cohort 1, and now I feel like we're like this big sorority. And I feel like, wow, yeah, we're all Ignite. It's a family. It's amazing.
When I first came on, and the first thing I said, usual suspects. There were some people who I knew had a lot going on, and it was just like, look, this is the usual suspects here. And then I met more what I would call unusual suspects. That doesn't make them unusual people, but sometimes entrepreneurs can be seen as unusual because you have to do the unusual things. You don't do the popular thing, You might forego a night out so you can work on something. You might forego the status quo for, making something happen that you really believe in.
I guess in my life, I've never really cared to fit in. I know that dreamers are unpopular, and I'm okay with being unpopular. I'm more okay with being respected and tapping into the why that I'm here. But I think Ignite is full of those crazy, whimsical, amazing, brave souls who care about why they are here.
When you're an entrepreneur, you find yourself a lot like the only person in your little group that's like you, or even in your family, you know what I mean? Everybody does that regular 9 to 5, not to say anything's wrong with a regular 9 to 5. But when you separate yourself, once again, it's nice to be around people like-minded by you.
Ignite does a really good job of putting together a group of experts, a group of mentors.
I never considered a mentor. Now I have one, and it's a game changer.
I actually met my business partner here.
And I can see where these relationships are going to go in the future as we continue to stay in touch with each other.
I got 5 words for you if you're on the fence. There's nothing like the present. And I'll add a couple more. Make this step, you will not regret it.
Take a leap of faith. Take the leap of faith.
Ignite is an amazing program. I would say take the leap of faith. I would say believe in yourself.
Your idea, your passion is worth it. You have a lot to bring to the table. Even though it's been done before, you have the special sauce to make it happen. So just say yes to yourself.
Do it. Do it. It would change you. Do it. Do it. It ain't even about a question of, should I?
Can't possibly be on the fence. I mean, a free service, give you a building which you can work out of, mentors. I don't understand why you would be on the fence.
For people that's on the fence, there is no fence. There's just grass.
Hands down, join Ignite. I was that person who don't do groups. I was like, I'm a little skeptical because this groupie stuff is not for me. It's not that. It's not, and no matter where your business is, whether you're starting out 2 years in, 10 years in, you can gain something from Ignite.
Why not? That's what I would say to you.
All I can say is to every single person I meet that's trying to start a business or even has a business and they don't know their direction, I say do it. You will never walk away saying, that was a waste of my time. Never.
Anything, this experience is so invaluable. You could never ever measure the impact that it's had on me personally and on all of my businesses. I would definitely say go for it. I don't care where you are, whether you're a startup, whether it's an idea, whether you're a fully functioning business, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So pitch.